Everyday Genius with Meenal. I am Devanshi Dalal, the only one who's going to carry her genetic lineage forward.
You are already carrying it.
But I'm the only one.
Yeah, you are the only one.
And today we're bringing up a topic that is something that we've been discussing for a very long time, and it has been going on for like a lot of years, and we thought of bringing this conversation to you also. And today we're talking about peer pressure and how it impacts on your growth and your potential. And I wanted to know her views on what peer pressure does to you. And let's just start. So, my first question type is, how does peer pressure impact you?
Okay. Before we address peer pressure, let me have your experience. Exactly how do you feel when you feel a pressure from the peers?
So, peer pressure sort of happens when there are like 4 or 5 kids and you're the only one who does not want to do something, and everyone forces you, pushes you towards doing that, and even though you don't want to do that, you end up doing it without realizing. Very basic example, bunking a class. There will always be a group of people who want to bunk a lecture and one person who is very studious and does not want to bunk. But in peer pressure, they end up like bunking the class and they feel guilty about it, but they end up doing it because they want to fit into the friend circle and they don't want to miss out on that, and maybe like have the whole confrontation scenario and all of those cases.
Okay. Now, when there is a peer pressure, what actually happens is that few people, a group or a particular person, they want to overpower. They want to overpower your psyche and your emotions. And they want you to act the way they want. Now, the thing is, because they are overpowering, because your psychology, your emotions, emotional level, strength is not equal to their strengths, you feel under pressure. You can't understand whether you should be in their flow or you should be remaining and doing things what you want to do. Now, most of the time it so happens that I call this as a victim card. So the person who is victim, he does not want to follow. He does not want to go into flow, but he doesn't have the courage, the strength to say no, and to, as you said, that you want to fit in. You don't want to be left out. So like your entire class is doing something, even if you don't want to do it, even if you understand that, okay, this is not the right thing to do, but if you don't, then you feel that they all will bully you. You feel that they will leave you out. You will feel like you are out of league. And that is the reason you decide to succumb. Moreover, you don't even decide. You just have to go with the flow. Now what happens is, you did not want to do it and you had to do it. So the very first thing is that you had to go against your wills. You realize that you don't have enough power. You are being overpowered. And the second thing is, you have that guilt. And also, as I said, that you are a victim. So you feel that if I don't fit in, I will be out of the league. And that is why you choose to go with the flow, else you feel the pressure.
So sometimes what used to happen even when I was in my undergraduate college was, there would be times when I used to sort of, struggle between managing studies and work and everything. And there used to be times where I had to immediately go back home so that I could start my work, because obviously I can't work during the lectures. And the groups that I was in, they would always plan to go out after the college, and they would always like have some or the other idea to do, some or the other activity to do, and I could not always join them because I had other responsibilities to take care of, and that led to me getting out of the group immediately. Now, as you said, if bullying and all of that is a much later part, the first part comes in loneliness, that everyone is going to leave you because you're not able to fit into their standards. They're going to leave you out of the group.
So basically, living or you feel left out is not the problem. The problem is that you feel that you are not fitting in, and to fit in you have to make some sacrifices, which you don't want to do this. The most important thing is you feel that pressure. You feel people overpowering you. The most important part is you feel they are your friends, and at the same time you feel that they don't understand you. For them, it is just that whatever fits them, whatever suits them, they feel it suits to everyone. Now, because they are having a higher power than you, power in the sense of filthiness, like the wealth, richness, also the support of other people, having a strong psyche than yours, having a strong emotional, what we call it, emotional strength, and because they are in group, it becomes cumulative.
Yeah, it's basically like, say, 4 against 1 or 6 against 1.
Correct. So the problem here is that you feel victim. Now, why all of this happens? It happens because, not because you are being bullied or you are being left out or you are being pressured. It's that you are not capable to lift yourself so that they don't have the chance to play any victim card on you. You are suffering because you have chosen to suffer, and not because others are doing anything to you. Most of the time what we feel is we are victims of circumstances, we are victims of situations, we are victims of people around us. It is they who are wrong. But it's not that. It's not that. This pressure is not just on you who is feeling pressure. Like, it's on everyone. It's how you take it. That is the most important thing. So there are 10 people who are being bullied in 10 different ways. 8 of them, they would have certain solutions, or they have their power, or they can ignore, or they have certain thing to put forward, and that is why they don't feel bullied, they don't feel peer pressure. 2 people feel that pressure because you are not ready to take that up. You are not enough strong, you are not enough prepared, and you go into the situation unprepared.
Yeah, so it happened with me also, like when, as I said, but at the end of the day, I knew that my responsibilities towards my work was much greater than what their activities were. So I decided always to come back home and focus on my work and everything. And it's okay, I chose myself. I chose my priorities based on what I needed at that time. And it is okay, it is fine to miss out on those things. But when you get under peer pressure, because it's not always going to be the case that okay, I can choose myself, I know my priorities and everything. Sometimes pressure does come into picture. How does that become an obstacle in your growth, like in your everyday life? How does it impact your growth?
It has a huge impact, because at the root of this is lack of confidence. And if you are lacking confidence, it is going to affect and impact at each and every layer of your life. If that was not there, then you would have not felt that, okay, I am missing out something, or I couldn't had friends, or I was not fitting in, or I was looking very different, or maybe downtrodden. So at the base of all of this is lack of confidence, and this lack of confidence, it is a huge obstacle for growth in any sector of life. So at the base is lack of confidence. You feel that you have less resources, you feel you have less skills, you feel that you have less talents.
So it all comes back to like inferiority
And lack of confidence, correct.
So how does that like sort of brings like an obstacle when you're trying to reach your potential? So like I know that I have some sort of skills and that I want to grow into that skills, but because I'm not getting enough resources from my peers and they are becoming the biggest hurdles, how does that impact like?
See, nobody can create any sort of pressure on you. It only happens if you are at the receptive end.
So like if you let it happen.
Yeah, so you are letting it happen, and that is why, see, people can bully only those people who they feel are victims, who they feel are having a psyche which is inferior, confidence which is low. They can only bully those people. They can try on everyone, but on and on pressure they can only build on people who feel that they are
Below them,
or they are having, they allow that superiority card. And this kind of energies you don't need to show or in verbal or in your behavior. You just pass that energy. You pass that energy of allowing. You pass that energy, okay, you are superior to me in certain levels.
yeah, it happens like you get the vibe that okay, this person like looks or feels smarter than me or
Correct.
looks better than me. Like
Yeah.
it's sort of, even if I don't know the person, it's sort of just like the vibe matches, it does not match, it sort of happens.
And you choose to succumb to that power, that pressure. You gauge it, it's a different thing, and you become succumb to it is a different thing. Here, why this happens? Because you begin to succumb, you begin to flow, you cannot retain your identity, you lose it. Now, what happens? This lack of confidence, it creates fear within you. What if I will not be able to? What if I am not enough? And this feeling of not enough, this feeling of I am not confident enough or I am not able enough, it is a silent hurdle in anything and everything you do in your life.
Yeah, and then the whole what if they laugh at me?
Yeah,
What if they make faces
Ah.
and everything?
What if they judge me? What if they will come to know that I am not enough?
What will they say behind me?
Anything, everything. Yeah, everything. And what if they will not fit me in?
What if they don't like let me in the group?
Right?
But then, say a person like understands that okay, this is happening now and I cannot take the pressure anymore. How can you sort of just like, how can you make sure that it doesn't happen to you anymore? What steps can you take so that you can build that confidence enough to lessen down the pressure?
First of all, you have to realize that this is happening to you, and the source of this is lack of confidence. So the most important part here is to work on your confidence, to work on your psyche, to work on your emotions, to strengthen your own self, to have the courage to put yourself as you are, and not to be succumb, not to be victim, not to be under somebody else's flow. If you are into somebody's flow, it has to be your choice, and not that it is happening because you don't feel the power enough. So there are lot of ways of doing this. As I said, it begins with you understanding that here is the problem. Second thing, don't blame outsiders, circumstances, environment, groups. Even if there are 1,000 people against you, if you could stay where you are with confidence, nothing wrong can happen to you.
But isn't it always like both of the sides are equally, what do you say, responsible
Of
for
course.
the circumstances?
Yes.
So if I can say that, okay, I was the one who was not able to stay strong, but aren't they at fault as well?
You give me, let's take an example. Let's create a scenario. There's a group of 5-6 friends of yours who are doing this to you. At the same, there are two things. One is you feel victim, you feel you are not enough, you feel that pressure you cannot handle. What happens? And in second scenario, they are doing the same thing, but you are capable enough to handle it.
Yeah, but they are equally at fault of creating that scenario also, right?
Yeah, but what you want to do? You want to improve yourself, or you want to improve them?
So it can happen that, okay, if I am improving myself, then I'll eventually get out of the group and find other people who then match the vibe.
Yeah, but the most important thing is that you have to improve.
And realize that they are not the ones that I should be with.
Maybe whatever that, then there are a lot of decisions you can take. You can be the part and not get bullied. You can leave them, have new set of friends, whatever. But the most important part is that you have to improve. As I said, first of all, you have to know. Second thing is, stop blame game. This blame game doesn't allow you to take the right decisions, because every time you put it on somebody else, that because they did it, because circumstances did this, because situation was like this. But it happens to everyone, but everyone is not victim. Everyone doesn't succumb to the things. So the moment you will start blaming others, you will start looking inside of you. Where was I going wrong? What did I do which was not right? What is it I have to do which is right? How can I rise myself?
Okay, sorry to cut you off, but you said, how do I start instead of saying stop, but that is fine. And the moment you start reflecting and introspecting on, okay, where was I going wrong and how can I stop this from happening to myself, it builds your confidence in a way that you can do whatever you want to do.
Correct.
Sky's the limit.
Correct. Only thing you should be aware of is, while you are introspecting, while you are taking that blame on yourself, you don't drown. Because it so happens that the moment you begin to take that reflection on yourself, I was not right, I was not able, there are chances that you feel drowned.
The spiraling then begins.
Yeah.
I was not able to do, I am not enough, like I was wrong, I should have known better. So
Right.
that judgment about self starts, and it has to be like known that okay, now I'm going into spiraling, and I should accept that I'm going into spiraling and sort of just let it go.
If that happens, if you feel you are drowning or you are going into that spiral, it is the time to take outside help. It is time to take the help of somebody who is master in this, who can mentor you, who can guide you through. Till that time, ready yourself. If you can handle on your own, nothing like that. But if you feel that you cannot handle on your own, and you are going, sinking,
Being overwhelmed.
being overwhelmed, in going into a loop, then take the support. But the most important part is accept, do not blame, and take actions.
And with that, we end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching. This was Devanshi with the best mentor in the world, her mom, Meenal Dalal.
Thank you.